Imagine waking up one morning feeling lighter than you have in years. You look at your phone and instead of the usual barrage of notifications, there's just silence. Peaceful, liberating silence. Imagine feeling a sense of freedom, unburdened by the toxic relationships that once held you down. What if I told you that this could be your reality? That by letting go of certain people in your life, you can unlock a new level of happiness, fulfillment, and self-growth. Today, we embark on a profound journey, a journey to understand the power of letting go. Throughout history, the greatest minds and philosophers have pondered the nature of relationships and their impact on our lives. From the Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, to modern thinkers like Carl Jung and Brené Brown, the consensus is clear. Not all relationships are meant to last forever, and some are better left behind. In this video, we'll explore why letting go is not just an act of necessity, but an act of self-love. We'll dive deep into the psychological, emotional, and philosophical aspects of letting go. We'll examine real-life stories, practical strategies, and timeless wisdom to guide you through this transformative process. If you're ready to reclaim your power, renew your spirit, and reinvent your life, then stay with me. This journey is for you. Chapter 1. The Philosophy of Letting Go. Letting go is an age-old concept deeply rooted in various philosophical traditions. The Stoics, in particular, emphasized the importance of detachment and acceptance. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This suggests a deep love for those around us, but also an understanding that fate and circumstances can change. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This isn't just about material wealth. It applies to relationships as well. Clinging to relationships that no longer serve us stems from a place of fear and scarcity. By embracing the Stoic principle of accepting change, we can find the strength to let go. In Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism, the concept of non-attachment is central. The Buddha taught that attachment is the root of suffering. By letting go of our attachments, we can attain inner peace and enlightenment. This doesn't mean we should live without love or relationships, but rather that we should cultivate a sense of detachment from outcomes and accept the impermanent nature of life. Modern psychology also emphasizes the importance of letting go. Carl Jung believed that individuation, the process of becoming one's true self, requires us to let go of personas and relationships that do not align with our authentic selves. This process can be painful, but it's essential for personal growth and self-actualization. Psychotherapist and author Brené Brown speaks extensively about the courage to be vulnerable and the importance of setting boundaries. She asserts that letting go of toxic relationships is a crucial aspect of self-care and mental health. Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others, she says. This underscores the importance of prioritizing our well-being over the fear of losing others. Chapter 2. Recognizing toxic relationships. Recognizing toxic relationships is the first step towards letting go. Toxic relationships are characterized by patterns of manipulation, control, criticism, and emotional drain. These relationships can be with anyone: friends, family, romantic partners, or even colleagues. One of the key indicators of a toxic relationship is a consistent feeling of being drained. Do you feel exhausted, anxious, or depressed after interacting with someone? This emotional exhaustion is a clear sign that the relationship is negatively impacting your mental health. Another indicator is a lack of mutual respect and support. In healthy relationships, both parties respect each other's boundaries, support each other's goals, and celebrate each other's successes. In toxic relationships, however, there's often a power imbalance where one person seeks to control or undermine the other. Gaslighting is another common trait in toxic relationships. This is a form of manipulation where the toxic individual makes you question your reality, memories, and perceptions. Over time, gaslighting can erode your self-esteem and confidence, making it even harder to break free. Isolation is another red flag. Toxic individuals often try to isolate you from your support network, friends, family, and other positive influences. They do this to gain more control over you and limit your ability to seek help. In her book, The Gift of Fear, Gavin de Becker highlights the importance of listening to our instincts. If you feel unsafe, anxious, or uneasy around someone, it's crucial to pay attention to these feelings. Our intuition often picks up on subtle cues that our conscious mind might overlook. Psychotherapist Dr. Ramani Durvasula, an expert on narcissism and toxic relationships, emphasizes the importance of recognizing patterns rather than isolated incidents. A single argument or misunderstanding doesn't make a relationship toxic. It's the repeated patterns of manipulation, disrespect, and control that signify a toxic relationship. Once you recognize these signs, it's important to take action. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting off the relationship immediately, but rather setting boundaries and seeking support. Speak to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist to gain perspective and support. Chapter 3. The emotional toll of holding on. Holding on to toxic relationships can take a significant emotional toll. It can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, depression, and a host of other mental health issues. The emotional strain of constantly trying to please, avoid conflict, or manage someone else's emotions can be overwhelming. According to research, chronic stress from toxic relationships can have physical consequences as well. It can lead to high blood pressure, weakened immune system, and even heart disease. The mind-body connection is strong, and the stress of toxic relationships can manifest in physical ailments. Emotionally, holding on to toxic relationships can hinder your self-esteem and self-worth. Constant criticism, manipulation, and gaslighting can make you doubt yourself and your abilities. Over time, this can erode your confidence and sense of self, making it harder to leave the relationship. Emotionally healthy relationships should make you feel supported, valued, and respected. When a relationship consistently makes you feel anxious, unworthy, or drained, it's a sign that something is wrong. Holding on to such relationships out of fear, guilt, or obligation only prolongs the emotional suffering. The fear of loneliness is a common reason people stay in toxic relationships. However, it's important to recognize that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. In fact, letting go of toxic relationships can open up space for healthier, more fulfilling connections. Psychologist Dr. John Gottman, known for his work on relationship stability, highlights the importance of positive interactions in relationships. In toxic relationships, negative interactions far outweigh the positive ones, leading to emotional exhaustion and dissatisfaction. Letting go of such relationships allows you to seek and build healthier connections. It's also important to acknowledge the grief that comes with letting go. Even toxic relationships often have moments of joy and connection. Letting go can feel like a loss, and it's natural to grieve this loss. Allow yourself to feel the sadness, anger, and disappointment, but also recognize that these emotions are a part of the healing process. Remember, letting go is not about giving up. It's about choosing yourself, your well-being, and your happiness. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be in relationships that uplift and support you, rather than ones that drag you down. Chapter 4. The process of letting go. Letting go is a process, and it's important to approach it with patience and compassion. It won't happen overnight, and that's okay. The first step is to make a conscious decision to let go. This involves acknowledging that the relationship is toxic and committing to prioritize your well-being. Setting boundaries is crucial. Communicate your needs and limits clearly and assertively. This might involve limiting contact, refusing to engage in certain behaviors, or even cutting off the relationship entirely. Remember, setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. Seeking support is also important. Talk to friends, family, or a therapist who can provide perspective, support, and guidance. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you and lean on them during this challenging time. Engaging in self-care is vital. This can include physical activities like exercise and yoga, creative outlets like writing or art, and relaxation techniques like meditation and deep breathing. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health will strengthen your resilience and help you navigate the process of letting go. Forgiveness is another key aspect. This doesn't mean condoning the toxic behavior, but rather freeing yourself from the burden of anger and resentment. Forgiveness is about letting go of the past and allowing yourself to move forward. As Buddha said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Practicing mindfulness can also help. Mindfulness involves staying present and observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This can help you become more aware of your triggers and patterns and make more conscious choices. Creating new routines and habits can also support the process of letting go. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, and build a life that aligns with your values and goals. This will help you shift your focus from the past to the future. Remember, it's okay to seek professional help. Therapists can provide valuable tools and strategies to help you navigate the process of letting go. They can also provide a safe space to explore your emotions and experiences. Above all, be kind and patient with yourself. Letting go is a journey, and it's normal to have setbacks and moments of doubt. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and trust that you are moving towards a healthier, happier life. Chapter 5. Rebuilding after letting go. After letting go, the journey doesn't end. It's time to rebuild and create a life that reflects your true self. This process involves rediscovering your passions, setting new goals, and building healthy relationships. Self-discovery is a crucial part of rebuilding. Take time to explore your interests, values, and goals. What brings you joy? What are your strengths? What kind of life do you want to create? Answering these questions will help you build a life that aligns with your true self. Setting new goals is also important. These can be personal, professional, or relational goals. Having a clear vision of what you want to achieve will give you direction and motivation. Break your goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. Building healthy relationships is another key aspect. Seek out relationships that are based on mutual respect, support, and understanding. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you and who respect your boundaries and individuality. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment is also important. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, traveling, volunteering, or spending time in nature, find activities that nourish your soul and bring you happiness. Practicing gratitude can also support the rebuilding process. Take time each day to reflect on the positive aspects of your life and express gratitude for them. This can help shift your focus from what you've lost to what you have and cultivate a sense of contentment and appreciation. Continuing to practice self-care is crucial. This includes physical activities like exercise and healthy eating, as well as mental and emotional self-care like meditation, journaling, and therapy. Taking care of yourself will strengthen your resilience and support your ongoing growth. Remember, rebuilding after letting go is a process, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. Be patient and compassionate with yourself, and trust that you are moving towards a healthier, happier life. Letting go is not the end, but rather a new beginning. It's an opportunity to create a life that reflects your true self, free from the constraints of toxic relationships. Embrace this journey with an open heart and a courageous spirit, and know that you have the power to create a life filled with joy, fulfillment, and love. Chapter 6: Real-Life Stories and Testimonials. To truly understand the transformative power of letting go, let's explore some real-life stories and testimonials. These individuals have faced the challenge of letting go and emerged stronger, more resilient, and more fulfilled. Consider the story of Sarah, a successful businesswoman who found herself in a toxic relationship with a colleague. Despite the professional consequences, she chose to set boundaries and distance herself from the toxic individual. The result? Not only did her mental health improve, but her career also flourished. Sarah found that by letting go of the toxic relationship, she was able to focus more on her work and build healthier professional relationships. Then there's John, who struggled with a toxic friendship for years. Despite the emotional drain, he felt obligated to maintain the friendship. It wasn't until he sought therapy and gained the courage to let go that he realized how much the friendship had been holding him back. John found new friendships that were based on mutual respect and support, and he felt a renewed sense of happiness and fulfillment. Consider also the story of Maria, who was in a long-term relationship with a partner who was emotionally abusive. The fear of being alone kept her in the relationship for years. However, with the support of friends and therapy, she found the strength to leave. Maria discovered a newfound sense of freedom and self-worth. She pursued her passions, built a supportive network of friends, and eventually found a loving and respectful partner. These stories highlight the power of letting go. It's not an easy journey, but it's a journey that leads to personal growth, self-discovery, and a more fulfilling life. The common thread in these stories is the courage to prioritize one's well-being and the willingness to embrace change. Psychologist and author Dr. Henry Cloud, known for his work on boundaries, emphasizes that we change our lives when we change our relationships. Letting go of toxic relationships allows us to create space for healthier, more supportive connections. Through interviews and personal testimonials, you'll see how letting go has transformed lives. From individuals overcoming toxic relationships to those finding new purpose and joy. These stories inspire and motivate us to embark on our own journey of letting go. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Many have walked this path before you and emerged stronger and more resilient. Their stories can serve as a source of inspiration and motivation as you embark on your own journey of letting go. Conclusion: letting go is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to embrace change. By acknowledging and letting go of toxic relationships, you can unlock your true potential and live a more authentic, fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. Remember, the path to enlightenment begins with making the darkness conscious and letting go of what no longer serves us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and never be afraid to let go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and personal development. Leave a comment below with your thoughts and experiences. Let's embark on a journey of continuous growth and self-improvement together.